let's start by, you can either sit down or lie down. It's entirely up to you. And but if you're if you're lying down, then you can have the knees bent and just feel the whole weight of the body sink into the ground. If you're sitting down either on the floor or on a chair, whatever position, be comfortable. That's the main thing. Don't be in agony. So we're going to do a short meditation to start with. So taking a big breath in. So as you breathe in deeply through the nose, it's growing tall, the whole of the body lengthens. And exhaling out through the mouth. And feeling the whole of the weight sink down into the ground. So just breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And let's just do one more of those, just breathing in. And just letting go. And then just breathing in and out through the nose. Just having the head nicely balanced on the neck. Softening through the crown of the head and the forehead. Softening through the whole of the face, letting any tiredness melt away from the eye sockets. Soften through the jaw, just jiggle the jaw a few times to just feeling into the jaw. Just releasing the jaw. Allowing the tongue to be soft. So soften the tongue and just letting the tip of the tongue rest on the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. So having the lips together, but the teeth separate slightly. So being aware of the whole of the head, the whole of the face. Just releasing any tension there may be around the head, both the outside and the inside. And for a few moments, just resting the awareness on the center of the head, in the center of the head. And then sinking down into the neck and the shoulders. Just releasing into the neck, releasing down into the shoulders. Being aware of the front of the neck, the back of the neck, right side, left side, and the center of the neck. Visualizing, imagining, feeling spaciousness in the whole of the neck. Then resting the awareness in the center of the neck. Softening the shoulders, the tops of the arms, the elbows, lower arms, wrists, and the hands. All the way down to the tips of the fingers. Just feeling a softness in arms and the hands and fingers. As you breathe in and breathe out, with every exhale, release any tension that may be. Let that melt away down into the earth. And feeling into the upper back and the chest. All the way down to the sternum. And feeling the right side of the chest, the left side, the front and the back, and the center of the chest, and the heart space. Resting the awareness in the center of the chest as you breathe in and you breathe out. Having an attitude of openness as it descends down through the body. There's a softness in the awareness rather than a hard focus. Then move further down into the lower back, the abdomen, right side, left side. Breathe in, breathe out, feeling the whole of the abdomen expand as you breathe in. Release, contract, let go as you exhale. And as you breathe in and out, just resting the awareness at that point behind the navel. Softly resting the awareness out of focus but present. Allowing the awareness to descend further down now into the pelvic region, the groin, the buttocks, front, the back, each side, all the way down into the hips. As you breathe in, directing the breath into that space. Just visualizing, feeling, or imagining the expansion in that space as you breathe in. A contraction, a release, a letting go as you exhale. And then resting the awareness in the center of that space. Softening through the crown of the head, the face, the whole of the head, shoulders, the chest, the abdomen, all the way down into the round into the hips. And allowing the awareness to move further down into the base of the spine, the thighs, the knees, lower legs, ankles and feet, all that is connected with the ground. Just imagining any tension melting away, melting down into the earth. And then resting the awareness, the base of the spine around the pelvic floor region. As you breathe in, as you breathe out. So really feeling that connection with the earth, the ground. And as you breathe in, just visualize the breath moving up all through each of those points in the spine. So as you breathe in, the breath moves all the way up the spine to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, the awareness just descends all the way down the base of the spine, touching all of those points. Growing taller as you breathe in. Feeling really connected with the ground as you exhale, the awareness descends. The mind starts to wander, and just simply bring it back to the breath. And just allowing the awareness to open up now so you can be aware of any sounds outside of the room, any sounds inside the room. Not labeling the sounds, just acknowledging them for what they are. Vibrations, completely out of your control. They just come and go. And then being aware of any thoughts there may be. Not going looking for thoughts, not going looking for them, but being a receiver of those thoughts, being aware as they arise, as they drift away. It's like clouds in the sky, like the sounds outside, like the birds flying around. Simply being aware of the thoughts as they arise, move away again, without getting entangled in them. however enticing those ideas may seem. There's a Buddhist phrase which I quite like with when you think good things are happening or you think bad things are happening. It's a case of let's see. Let's see. The last few moments of this short practice, let's be in the body, be with the breath, observing the body, observing the breath, observing the mind, feeling the connection that the body has with the ground. Feeling the connection that the clothes have on the skin. Being utterly present with the experience right here, right now. Lowering the chin to the chest. Open the eyes. And lifting the gaze. Oh, well, don't know about you, I feel better. So that practice, what I wanted to do is the more observant of you would have noticed we move through the chakras without even mentioning the chakra word. How clever is that? um, yeah, everybody's talking about chakras, aren't they? So I thought I'd be different and not even talk about them. So don't mention the chakras. But I mentioned the chakras more in the last few sentences than before. But okay, so what? So I've used that as a kind of warm up or a warm down, however you want to see it, as for the next practice where I wanted to go through go through the chakras. I was going to say the C word, but that's not appropriate. And as we go through the chakras, what I'd like to do is inwardly chant the mantra Om into all of these regions, and as we move through, and just being aware of those different spaces, and then sort of chanting, and then at the after we've been through that, we're going to move up through them, and then I find this a really powerful practice, this mantra repetition. Uh, um, it's called Ajapa Japa or Om Japa, which is just mantra repetition. And just if there's any particular um, any physical, mental, emotional challenge you've got right now, I find that really chanting that inwardly, that into that space is really quite powerful, actually. I know that I get kind of lots of things going on in my right side of my head, um, don't know what it is, but I just find that chanting Om into that space is really helpful, and I get like a little tingling goes on in that space. Yeah, so like so up for that. Okay with that? Okay, so let's give it a go. Yeah, do sort of adjust yourself. Oh, straighten the legs, unstraighten them. It's a silent Om. It's an internal Om. So yeah. So yeah, let's get into again a comfortable position, and you could be sitting up, lying down. The main thing is do be comfortable, but if you're going to lie down, don't fall asleep. So for this practice, yeah, we're going to be chanting inwardly Om, and the way I like to do it is to sort of breathe in for three Oms. So breathe in, it's inwardly, it's Om, Om, Om. And as you exhale, it's six Oms. Om, 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 Om. So just, and what we'll do is we'll move through the chakras, and from the base chakra, the Muladhara chakra, all the way up. Okay. And we're going to go up as far as the Agya chakra, or the Ajna chakra, as some people call it, which is in the center of the head. I think it's the Agya if it's in the center of the head. So settling down again, taking a few nice big breaths in, breathing in, lengthening up through the spine, to the crown of the head, exhaling through the mouth, just releasing down into the ground. So breathing in, growing tall, lifting the sternum, relaxing the shoulders. Exhale, release. And let's just do one more of those really nice breaths as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just 3 breaths it takes just to settle at times. If you've got, people say they've not got time to meditate, but 3 or 6 breaths, just that's quite nice to do. So we'll start with the awareness at the base of the spine near the pelvic floor region. So we're going to breathe in with a count of 3 Oms. Om, 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 internally. And exhale through the nose for 6 Oms internally. Om, 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 Om. So just directing that breath and the Oms and the awareness into the base of the spine, around the pelvic floor region. So we'll repeat that 3 times with those inwardly chanting Oms. And then just bring the awareness slightly further up the spine into the water sensor around the reproductive organs, the second chakra. And again, just internally, be aware of that space as you breathe in 3 internal Oms. And exhale 6 internal Oms. And after that round of Oms, then just bring the awareness further up the spine, so it's just behind the navel, level with the navel, the third chakra. So breathing in for 3, out for 6 internal Oms. And then just bring the awareness further up into the heart space and the chest. Breathe in for 3 Oms and out for 6 Oms. Do that 3 times. Bring the awareness up now to the center of the neck. Breathe in for 3 Oms and out for 6. Repeat that 3 times. And then bringing the awareness now to that round to the center of the head. That soft awareness in the center of the head. And breathing in for 3 and out for 6 internal Oms. And then after that practice there, we'll just breathe in and out just naturally. And scanning the physical body to anywhere in the physical body, in the mind, emotions. If there's any physical, mental, or emotional tension. And just direct the breath, the awareness, and the repeated mantra of Om, in for 3, out for 6, into that space. You can continue with that mantra repetition for as long as you like. You may want to do 3 rounds or 10 rounds. And it's the kind of thing that I find it's kind of thing you can do when, for example, you're going for a walk outside. Just that repeated mantra, moving away from the thinking mind. It's easy to slip back into the thinking mind. So when you do, it's just bringing it back, being aware, gently noticing and bringing the awareness back to the breath and the mantra. So there's no trying, there's no forcing with this, by the way. It's just gently bathing the feeling, the emotion, those repetitive thoughts with the mantra, with the breath. Eventually will help it to dissolve away. To see it in a different perspective, a different light. And of course, being open to what comes up from that. And then just leaving that practice now, just leaving the practice. Allowing the breath to breathe in and breathe out. And allowing the whole of your being to be aware of the experience right now. Being aware of any sounds outside of the room, any sounds inside the space that you're in, temperature of the air on the skin, the clothes on the body. Awareness of thoughts, of feelings. At the same time, having connection with the ground underneath the body. It's always worth saying that after any meditation practice, just ease yourself into the day. Just take a few minutes to gradually step into the life again, rather than diving in too quickly. And lowering the chin to the chest. Open the eyes. And lifting the gaze. So, Ajapa Japa, mantra repetition. That's what I've just done. So, Dita, you sneaked in. Hello there. How did you climb in through the window or what? Brilliant. Excellent. Well, well, thanks for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed the session, and we're going to do some high intensity yoga now. Yeah, and have you got a nice evening planned?
Yeah, leisurely evening tonight. Actually, we're learning to spin wool.
You're learning to spin wool. Excellent.
So we'll be carrying that tonight.
Wow, that sounds good. Wow. So can I
hopefully it'll be
come in with a
leisurely.
woolly jumper suit?
And I'll see you next week.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. It was great.
Yeah, nice to see you. Cheers. Bye now.
Bye.
Thank you very much.